morning. Happy
Good morning.
July.
Oh yeah, it's the 1st of July. Girl, the month done switched that fast. We already in the July.
We are in the July, and it's still doom gloom outside though. So I don't know what is going on. But in here, it is also What Wesley Say Wednesday. So happy What Wesley Say Wednesday to Wesley and the T Tribe. How are you feeling this July 1, Courtney?
I'm feeling very good. I am very excited for What Wesley Say Wednesday because I know we have a lot to break down, a lot to get into, a lot of mess to bless today. But how are you doing, Alex? I'm hanging in there. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, it just kind of hit me that it's 4th of July this weekend. We have a short week. So I'm excited. Obviously, it's not going to be the same type of 4th of July this year with everything going on. I'm a little sad that, like, you know, fireworks are gonna go on because 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays. I don't know about you. So I'm going to miss those fireworks this year, you know?
Let me tell you something right now, Alex. I'm very glad that we are going to be in the house minding our own business this 4th of July because I don't, maybe where you at, girl, you don't hear no fireworks, girl. But let me tell you something right now. They have been going off with these fireworks, Alex, like this is 145th Street and Amsterdam Avenue in New York City. And I have a problem with that. So I already know they're going to be going off on the 4th of July. I'm definitely not leaving the house because, girl, if I hear a firework, that could be anything. So, you know, I start running and ducking. So I will definitely be in the house, and I'm glad that I will be.
Yeah, we're going to be safe this year, definitely. Yes. But, you know, it's exciting that we're celebrating America this weekend. But unfortunately, it just won't be the same. But it is what it is, you know. We're going to get through this. There are more important things to be dealing with at the moment than celebrating 4th of July, right? So let's talk about what we got going on today. Get this, The Rock was just topped on the Instagram rich list. So it's the 4th annual Hopper headquarters Instagram rich list. We're going to get into that. He's knocked off like Kylie, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Bieber. I mean, you name it. The Rock is on top. Then we're going to get into some JoJo Siwa news. The girl is back blonde after being a brunette for only 2 days. Then we're going to get into some Prince Harry news. I know he doesn't usually make the docket, but he is enjoying life as a commoner in Malibu. We're going to tell you about that. Then Paris Jackson opened up on it. She has a new Facebook Watch docuseries. So she opened up about her dad and him being super supportive at a young age. We're going to tell you about that. Then our couples therapy, Miley is back with Cody, and Cody's showing her a lot of support as she's now sober. So we're going to talk about that. And then Kanye surprised Kim in her bathroom with this whole scene. I'm sure T-Tribe, some of you have seen it. So we're going to get into that. And then we got a lot of Kar Jenner tea time today. It is a thick Wednesday with Kar Jenner tea time because our OMT story also deals with that. And then, of course, I forgot to mention, we're going to get into T-Tribe. I know you are wanting to hear all our thoughts on the Tati video, so we will get into that. And then we will end with Khloe and Tristan sparking engagement rumors. So there is a lot to go on. We got a lot
There's
to
a little
do.
bit of something for everyone today. We got something for those that love the YouTube. We got those that love the Kar Jenners. We got those that love the ex-royals. We got a little something for everybody today. We're going to fill y'all plate, so you better eat it on up.
We are not discriminating today. That is right. Oh, Sarah, good morning, Tigress Woods and Courtney. I love that you guys have now taken on that name. Wanted to let you know I was getting a painful root canal yesterday and had you guys in my ear. You guys get people through things, and I love you. Also, Black Lives Matter. Oh my gosh, Sarah, what a beautiful statement. That's what we're here.
Yeah,
we're here to entertain.
The next time I go and get a painful root canal, Hollyscoop gonna be in my ear too. So I feel that because I'm sure I need it.
We know those root canal. Have you ever gotten a root canal, Courtney?
Alex, have you seen my girl? I've had a few, and they are not fun. So I have not been back. But let me tell you something. I will be going back soon.
I mean,
and I'll be all smiles from here, darling.
Yes. It's important to take care of those teeth, but those root canals are not fun. So happy we could provide you with a little happiness during that painful time. Because why is the dentist so scary? Like, why is it such a scary place?
Yeah. Alex, who likes mouth pain? Like, you could deal with a headache, you might could deal with a scratch, but you talking about a pain that's inside your mouth, and now you could barely eat. You got to be sipping on some Campbell's tomato for the next 2 weeks after the dentist. I feel y'all, that those of y'all that are fearful of the big dent, I feel y'all on that. So no worries, you ain't alone.
I have to be honest. I am scared of mouth pain because mouth pain is the one pain that you really can't do anything about it. You know, when it's your leg or your arm, you can rub it a little bit. Like, you can't really put much in your mouth to fix it. So I hear you on the dentist stuff. I don't really like it either, but it helps us get our pretty grills. So they're important. Kids, go to the dentist. Okay. That's all we have for you today. Just go to the dentist. T-Tribe. That's it.
Not today.
Have you caught up on Black Ink Crew, Courtney?
Let me tell you something. So I'm not asking for spoilers right now, but for those of y'all that have seen Black Ink Crew and for those of y'all that have not, there is a tattoo artist and his name is Kevin on Black Ink New York, and he has vanished off of the series. Now he came back, Alex, and it was briefly mentioned that he was working for so-and-so in LA, here in LA. I know that there is a Compton franchise, so now I am wondering, is my dear Kevin on the Compton franchise? Should I watch? So that's where I am right now. I'm on the last season, Alex. It's very emotional for me because I hate to end the thing. I don't know. But we'll see. When I finish it, we'll see where I'm going to go next. Which city I'll tackle. Will it be Chicago? Will it be Compton? I'll let y'all know upon my journey.
Oh, I hate when the season ends. It's like the worst feeling. You just, everything. It's just like, I can't even explain it. You feel like you lost a part of your daily routine and life and your friends.
I feel like at the end of something, Alex, I'm like, well, what do I do now? You know what I mean? I just feel like
I know. You got to find a new show, or you got to move on to another franchise, right?
That's all.
There's always. I think I might watch something next. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I think it's that time, Courtney. Why don't you pour up that tea? Let's get into it because we have a lot to talk about today. There you go. Pop it. Pop that water.
Damn. All right. Get a little bag moment in there. A little dip. What you drinking today, Alex?
I'm drinking my coffee, my Starbucks coffee, actually, which I usually drink Pete's. I don't know. Do you have a favorite coffee brand?
I thoroughly, in terms of the big girls, I thoroughly enjoy a coffee bean. I'm definitely a coffee bean girl. Vietnamese cold brew, anyone? Yum, delish. But I love their cold brew with their cocoa powder in it and some coconut milk, girl. And you stir it on up, girl. That's what you call a concoction, a concoction, girl. Wow. It's delicious.
Have you tried the Malibu Dream at Coffee Bean? It's like a banana strawberry smoothie, and you get a little sugar-free vanilla powder in there. T-Tribe, if you haven't tried it, I am giving you some news. It's delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Cheers, girl.
Cheers.
Damn, to the coffee bean, girl.
Cheers to all my BFFs in the T-Tribe and Courtney.
Yes, shout out to the T-Tribe. Y'all looking good today. Bam, I see you, Marjolaine. I see you, Faith. I see you, Jessica. I see you, Charlotte, makeup lover. I see y'all. I see you, Wesley. See y'all.
Yeah. Speaking of Wesley said that specifically he's talking about what we were saying earlier when something ends. He says he hates when the season ends on a huge cliffhanger. Yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst. And you got to wait 6 months. It's awful.
Alex, that real quick before we get started, for those of y'all that watch the show Insecure, y'all know that Issa Rae is one of my idols. I've been watching her on YouTube since before Insecure was a thing. Y'all know how it feels when Insecure ends, because Insecure is like 20 something minutes. It ends on a cliffhanger, Alex, and then we literally have to wait like 380 something days for Issa to come back and give us 8 little more episodes. But it's good. It's good and it's worth it. And it's worth the wait every time. Shout out to Issa Rae.
Yes. Love Victor kind of ended on a cliffhanger too. I know we keep talking about Love Victor as if I'm sponsored by them, but literally it's good. You got it. You got to check it out. But anyway, let's get into it because we have a lot to talk about. Some fun news that we heard this morning. Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, tops the Instagram rich list. I didn't even know this was a thing. Did you, Courtney?
I did not, but I thought Selena or the Kardashians would be at the top.
Right? Okay, so The Rock, of course, is already one of the highest paid actors. Look at him right here. He is jacked. So now he's topped Hopper's headquarters Instagram rich list with 187 million followers and gets 1,015,000 per post. Courtney, did you hear that correctly? He gets $1 million per post. Now, he knocked off Kylie, who comes in second, Kylie Jenner, with 986,000 per post. And then soccer star, any soccer fans out there, T-Tribe, Cristiano Ronaldo at 889,000. Now, coming in fourth, just going to run down these, is Kim Kardashian. Fifth is Ariana. Sixth is Selena. Seventh is Beyonce. Eighth is Bieber. Ninth is Taylor Swift. And then Kendall and Khloe aren't until 14 and 15. So, isn't that some interesting news? The Rock tops it?
It's interesting news, and let me tell you something. I'm not surprised, I guess. The reason why, as you were going through the list, I was thinking about it, Alex. Like, Dwayne Johnson is Dwayne Johnson now, but like if you're like a millennial or a WWF fan, you know that the biggest question of the 90s was, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? You ever find out what he was cooking? Well, he was cooking them wrestlers like he was getting them belts that much. But shout out to him. He has fans decades. So of course the brands would want to pay him. He's family friendly, he's tough for the men, he appeals to everyone. Men, women, and kids.
Yes, exactly. That's a very good point. I mean, of course, with like Jumanji and all these new family-friendly movies, he is back. And like you said, he caters to everyone. So he's not as niche as maybe some of these other people are that have specific fans of pop music or the Kardashians in general or anything like that. That's a very good point. So Hopper headquarters, for those that are wondering, is the number one Instagram scheduling tool. So I don't know how valid this list is, but I just thought that was really cute and interesting. So I wanted to share because he's knocked them all off. And The Rock, he smells what's cooking. And it's $1 million per post.
That's what he's smelling, girl. He's smelling the millions for his babies. Yes. Come on, Dwayne.
Smelling the bank. That's what he's smelling. Wow. Okay. Let's get into some other fun JoJo Siwa news. JoJo dyes her hair back to blonde after being a brunette for only 2 days. So JoJo fans will know she went brown, but I guess blondes do have more fun. So she took to TikTok to reveal this whole thing. In the clip, she sees lip syncing Boomerang. She puts her hand over the camera, like, you know, the Instagram or TikTok transitions. And then you see her as a blonde. She also posted this same photo on Instagram with the caption, brown hair was fun, but blonde is my thing. So, JoJo, what do you think of her as a brown?
Alex, hang on. It's taking everything into me to not reach into my revolutionary treasure chest and pull out this magnifying glass. But I'm curious, Leo, if you can hear me right now, can you put that picture up of JoJo Siwa with the blonde part 2? Yeah. Now look at her scalp, y'all. Am I bugging or is her scalp still brown? Did JoJo clip on a blonde ponytail and she's covering it up with the JoJo to the Bobo. Look at her scalp. You see how it's darker there? And then you see that the blonde is like real blonde. You know what I mean? Is this a fake ponytail? Is she giving us Sophia Richie? What's going on here? Do y'all believe, did she dye her hair back, or is she trying to fool us so that she can keep her brands, which is fine. Let me know what y'all think.
You know, I'm interested. Well, I will say that as a dancer, that could be some gel, which does darken your hair. So it could be as simple as just a little gel that's making her look brunette. But as any person will know, as you dye from a dark brunette to a blonde, you're bleaching your hair. It's a process. So maybe she's not there yet. But she's back with the Bobo and the ponytail and the blonde, and I guess blondes do have more.
Blonde, that's bad, right? Her hair could, I mean, she could buy some hair, y'all. It's fine. But like that could make her hair fall, like going from brown back to blonde, right?
Yeah. Yes. It's not good to do that so quickly. I don't know. A lot of people are changing hair color. It's a daily occurrence now. I think people are bored in quarantine and don't know what to do with themselves, so they're dyeing hair. They're doing crazy things.
Dyed it back. One of her best friends did temporary dye. There we go. Come on, Gabby. I knew something in the buttermilk wasn't clean. Thank you, Gabby. See, that's why we mess with y'all.
Yes, that's safe. I'm glad she did that because, of course, you know, that ponytail, I know fans are concerned about her hairline, and wearing your hair up that long can really screw it up. So at least she's not hurting it with dye. We can say that. Temporary is good. But let's get in to our Tati story of the day, because I know we have a lot to talk about. This is something that
Alex.
Yes.
Before you get started, can y'all please put some stars in the chat for the Tati Shane news? Because y'all, let me tell you, we have been working to get this story to y'all, and we needed to make sure that it fit in the right part of the show and get it all together so we could really spill this tea. So if y'all could please just put some stars in the chat. Can y'all give this video a thumbs up? Because y'all, when I tell you we about to get into it, y'all better get into y'all rich white woman bag, because Tati served us tea, she served us tears, she served everything. But that was just the opening. Now, Alex, go ahead and tell the story, girl. Yes, girl. Let me do it.
Okay, so let's dive right into this. So Tati Westbrook has returned to YouTube in a 40-minute video titled Breaking My Silence. She posted this to her channel. Tati claims she was manipulated and gaslit by Geoffrey Star and Shane Dawson out of jealousy over James Charles' breakup. In the video, we see her say stuff like, I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Geoffrey Star. Of course, she's referencing her now infamous Bye Sister video, which was posted in May 2019 and since been removed per YouTube's recommendations. So then we see in the video, she said, she claimed that Geoffrey, who at the time called James a danger to society, had sent her an audio recording of someone alleging they were hurt by James. So she said, the audio was clearly a small portion of a large conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me. As a victim of abuse myself, I know how terrifying it is to think of facing public humiliation and legal proceedings. It was not my place to contact authorities or the alleged victim, and I made no mention of in my video. So since the video's explosion, Tati also explained how it's affected her physically and mentally, and she was tormented with subtweets and innuendos, and she said she knew too much, so she put all her text messages and other files onto a hard drive and gave it to her lawyers because she actually feared for her life. Now, I will say that Tati also mentioned that her and James are on good terms again. The two met back in December and were able to realize what actually happened by comparing messages and their stories. And then towards the end, Tati explained she would take legal action if necessary. Like, she is not joking. Now, Shane has already responded on Instagram Live. T-Tribe, if you've seen it, he went live and you hear Tati in the background and Shane is just running around screaming out of his mind. This person literally, oh my God, I need to get through this video. You are so manipulative. You're fake crying. This is not real. Oh my God. And he went on and on and on about how fake this all is and can't believe Tati. So let's get into this, Courtney. Where do we even begin?
First of all, before we get started, I want to say to the T Tribe, LOL, for those other brands that y'all watch that are right up under Shane's armpit that y'all love to watch. How y'all feel about them now? That's a hypothetical question. You don't have to answer because I know how you feel. Now, let's talk about Shane, Tati, and all of this. To put it into basic terms, Alex, Tati Westbrook, Shane Dawson, and specifically Geoffrey Star, they were all jealous and afraid and nervous because James Charles, a high school student with a ring light and some highlight, became a millionaire. That's what the basis of all of this is. They were afraid that they were being cast in his shadow. You get what I'm saying? James wanted to make a documentary. That's Shane's thing. You get what I'm saying? James also allegedly was going to do something with Morphe. Beauty, that's Geoffrey's thing. Geoffrey sort of came in, knocked Kat Von D out the box, and wanted to be the top makeup girl. Well, surprise, surprise, every day a younger person is being born who is smarter and can do it better than you. And that's what we had with the case of James Charles. Now, I believe that Shane and Geoffrey took advantage of Tati because they realized that, like a lot of big YouTubers in the game, they're very popular. They have millions of dollars. They live in a beautiful home, but they don't have any friends. They don't have any sense of community. And so I felt as though they took advantage of that and tried to use her as a weapon to destroy James Charles's career because she has such a pristine reputation. Everyone loves Tati. She's the mother of beauty in the YouTube community. However, Alex, Tati is like a grown woman. Geoffrey's a grown woman. Geoffrey's a grown man. Shane's a grown man. And at the end of the day, they can't force her. No one put a weapon to her head and said, Tati, you have to do this. You have to say these things against James Charles, but they did manipulate her emotionally. I will say I was glad that she apologized to James, both in person, behind the scenes, and out publicly, which is why James was not in the video. They did reconcile and she did apologize, which is why James was not in the video. I just feel like time is up for Shane and Geoffrey. Like you said, Alex, he went on Instagram Live specifically to try to disprove what Tati was saying, but he literally had a meltdown instead. He was sitting up there trying to sort of like scoff off her mentioning her sexual abuse a moment that she revealed to him. And all of it, it just really shows what the YouTube community could be like. However, I know that there are creators on the platform like myself, like Hollyscoop, like our friends that have been on the show and come to the show that promote positivity, that like to have fun, that are just creators. I think that a lot of the Geoffrey, the Tati, they forgot what this community was. It was just a place for us to have fun and make online friends that enjoyed the same things that we do and perhaps, maybe, get a coin out of it. And they're ruining it. Get them all out. All of the racist, problematic YouTubers, although no one is perfect, those particular creators, they've got to go. It's time for a reshuffling of creators. I feel like going to Rhonda, I see you. What about her apology to Jackie Aina? Girl, goodbye. Not you, Rhonda, but to Tati, goodbye. Stop bringing Jackie Aina into stuff that don't involve Jackie Aina. I feel like if Tati wanted to reach out to Jackie Aina behind the scenes and say, hey, sorry, I worked with a racist right after he called you a gorilla publicly in front of everyone, then I feel like she should have done that behind the scenes. But sort of throwing that in there, in my opinion, as a response to why she said nothing about the Black Lives Matters movement was awful. They're all awful, but I am glad that we sort of have just a little bit of clarity, and it will be very telling to see what Geoffrey does next. If he reveals and exposes everyone, then he exposes himself as the villain that we've all known and thought him to be. And I kind of hope that he does, so that his fans, the younger ones that are just blindly following him, Alex, can see what a monster he's been since MySpace.
Yes, preach, Courtney. I think that's great. You know what? I hope that this is kind of the final chapter, unless Geoffrey does do something like that, that this whole saga is just put to rest, because it has been going on and on and on. And at this point, it's like everyone has voiced their own opinion of what actually happened. And it's over. You know what I mean? It's done. We need to move on from this, don't you think?
I want us all to move on from this,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, Alex, this ain't over. We've been talking about this since last year. And when James put out his last video, when he got himself together and he said, okay, it's time to read the girls. I think that we thought, okay, good. It's over. We're closing the chapter. But as we found out from Tati's video, it had been ongoing. We just didn't know. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what Geoffrey has to say. And I see you, Crystal. Same, Courtney. Now, what are your thoughts on Ryland's tweets? Ryland was defending his fiance. However, he made everything worse because he ain't say nothing about Black lives. But you surely, you ain't say nothing. Hold on, Alex, before we move on real quick. Ryland Adams, you had the nerve to sit up there and be yelling in the background, talking about Shane, talking about get off the Instagram live looking stupid. And you don't have nothing really to say about Black lives, and you have nothing to say about Willow Smith and all of that going on. But you definitely made sure to be in the background hooping and hollering and hopping on Twitter talking about try me today. What are we, Ryland, who are you threatening? Your whole fiance is up there playing with himself in front of a Willow Smith poster, and you think that that's something that you need to defend? Girl, like I've said in the past, sometimes you need to keep it cute or put it on mute, and Ryland needs to deactivate. Next case!
Yeah. Yes, no, I hear you. I would like this to be the end of this, but as we know, it may only be the beginning. I wonder if James Charles is going to come out now. Do you think we're going to hear from James Charles or no?
I think James Charles is sitting up in his Encino home with his millions, just laughing. I think that there was a reason why him and Tati, they waited. That was my biggest question. Was like, they waited. Why did they wait? They had to wait for a moment, I guess, where they felt everyone would believe them. I think people would less believe them if James were in the video as well. I want to say, Alex, to be honest and be a man about it, I want to apologize publicly to James Charles because I went off of the allegations that Tati said. I want to specifically apologize for, I think there have been a couple of times where I did not say allegedly after Geoffrey called him a predator. So I want to specifically apologize for that. When it comes to James Charles and race, y'all, that's a different story. But I wanted to be clear about how I felt and definitely make that statement before we moved on.
Yes. Well, I appreciate all of that, and I agree with you, and I hope, you know, we can move forward, but if we're not, we'll still be here on the morning tea to discuss the next development in this story, because this is definitely not going to end anytime soon, right?
No, but we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be sipping that tea, girl, and we're going to tell the tea tribe all about the mess. So stay tuned. Subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you want the tea from Alex and me.
Stay tuned for James Charles's video, right?
Me too.
Okay. Well, moving on to some other news that I forgot to mention right before we got, because we had to get to this Tati story. Obviously, everyone wants to hear our thoughts. But some interesting, we're taking it from YouTube to the royals right now because Prince Harry, we are just drastically, like we said, today has something for everyone. So if you are a royal fan, Prince Harry, an ex-royal, kind of, was spotted riding a bike in Malibu. So after leaving the royal life behind with Meghan, they both moved to California, as we know, and Harry's now a surfer boy. So he was spotted riding his bike at Surfrider Beach in Malibu. A source told Hollywood Life, Harry was biking at Surfrider Beach, aka First Point, where you see the surfers come in. He was alone. He had a white biking outfit on with red and black and was, of course, wearing a helmet. It appeared he was going to surf because he stopped to check out the waves. Harry really seems to be enjoying that post-royal life and being a normal Cali dude. So, what do you think? I will say, I grew up, fun fact, I grew up going to this beach. So I know I can picture it in my head, and seeing Prince Harry there is something I don't think I would ever see in my life. This is like the surfer place. Like if you are a hardcore surfer, this is where you are. And so who knew Prince Harry could surf?
Go off. All the people might show up like when you were telling the story, it was making me think of or like envision like Princess Diaries where they had the party on the beach. I just imagine like a whole bunch of people like on the beach like watching himself like, oh, Prince Harry, he ain't even the prince. But shout out to him. I'm glad that he's living his life.
Would you ever want that royal life, or do you think that you would escape it like him?
No, they would kill me, girl. I'm too mouthy. Girl, it would be a wrap. I wouldn't be in their family longer than 2 weeks. They'd be like, what happened to the black man? Girl, I'd be gone. They'd be like, he mysteriously vanished. No, I'd be dead. No, too mouthy. I don't follow her, Alex.
I mean, while the idea of it seems wonderful, like the whole fantasy royal princess side of it seems great, but when it really comes down to it, you really have to stay in line or you're out. And
you mean to tell me I can't go to VidCon and the paparazzi is mobbing me outside? No, I like to be discreet.
Well, if you're a royal, Courtney, you're not going to VidCon anymore. You're going to more
already. That's not gonna work. If I can't go and see Nikki and I can't go and see Taylor and enjoy my life and go and get a Mai Tai and go and be up in the front and keep with the other fans, that's not the life for me. I need to see the girls.
I agree. What do you think of Meghan? Do you think this was always her plan? Because some people are saying that to kind of.
I don't really think a lot of her, to be honest. I don't think of her at all, to be frank. But I'm sure that she truly fell in love, and this just happened to be a thing that was attached. I don't think that she planned. It just happened, and it's like, why shy away from this? This is a once in a lifetime sort of situation. So I'm glad that she leaned into it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, let's get into this Paris Jackson news. This is some interesting news. Of course, we haven't heard much about Michael in a while. Well, Paris just opened up on the premiere of her Facebook Watch docuseries, Unfiltered, with Paris Jackson and Gabriel Glenn. And so she talked about Michael and kind of how he caught on when she was a kid and shared his support. So she said, first, I never thought I'd end up with a dude, because she's now dating Gabriel Glenn, who she hosts this docuseries with. She went on to say that she is gay, but she doesn't consider herself a bisexual because she's dated more than just men and women. She went on to say, quote, it has nothing to do with what's in your pants. It has nothing to do with your XY chromosome makeup. It's literally just like, what are you like as a person? So she said that for her, understanding her sexuality was initially challenging because all she saw was men and women on TV, which I think many people can relate to together. So her thoughts didn't make sense to her. And then she said that Michael caught on pretty quickly at like age 8 or 9. She said, I think he just felt the energy and he would like kind of tease me the same way that he would tease my brothers. Like, oh, you got yourself a girlfriend. So this was interesting that Michael kind of knew. I mean, I don't expect anything less being Michael and being so open about his own, not his own sexuality, but performing and all of that. I feel like this is the relationship he would have with his children. What do you think, Courtney?
Shout out to Michael Jackson, Alex. And I love to hear this story. And the reason why is because it makes me think Michael Jackson, as huge of an icon as he was, because Michael Jackson, imagine, we're not even gonna get into that, legendary icon of pop. I just feel like because he was such a misunderstood figure in pop culture, of course he would be the most understanding father. It's so great and positive to hear that he did not let the poison of the world affect his relationship with his children, who he genuinely loved. So shout out to MJ.
Yeah, shout out to him. I love to hear this too. Like you said, he was very misunderstood, and that's a whole nother conversation. But it's nice that he kind of provided that support and that support system to his children to kind of be open. And at the end of the day, kind of like gave a nod, like, hey, it's okay. And that's the story we want to hear. Definitely, right?
Yeah, shout out to the Jacksons. Shout out to Miss Paris.
What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Scream, period.
Oh.
Song and music video, period.
I'm a man in the mirror.
Top 2 and it's not number 2. I'll tell you that, Alex. What about you?
I'm a man in the mirror girl. I can sing the entire song all the way to the end. And I will, if you ask me to. Not right now because we don't have time. But I love belting that out in the shower, in the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big car belter. I don't know about you, Courtney, but I love singing in the car.
Alex, I don't get in a car if I can't choose the music and sing along, because I don't have fun if I can't sing along to the song. So it's guaranteed that I'm going to sing along if I can choose the music because I know all the words. So I'm definitely a car song belter.
Wesley says his favorite Michael song is Remember the Time. Ooh, that's a good one.
Remember the time. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. When we fell in love, do you remember? They said, hey, hey, hey. The video. Wesley, your taste is out of this world. Shout out to you. That's a hit. Nike Taylor said Smooth Criminal. Yes. Oh, Hipster Therapy said Black and White. Wasn't Tyra in that video? It's black. It's white. And that was what they started doing the body morph, and that was like big technology at the time. Shout out to Michael Jackson, innovator. It would have been amazing to see him and Beyonce work together.
Oh yeah. Hee-hoo. That's what I see. The leg and the hit. I love it. I mean, car. I can sing all of them in the car. There is no bad Michael song. Let's be real. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One. Michael Jackson is no skips. No skips kind of artist. No. Period.
No. Great. Oh, we need it. Who do you think is the new Michael? If you were going to claim, I know it's a big statement.
Justin Timberlake can't touch it. Chris Brown in his dreams. None of them. I'll say the closest person that can come within a galaxy is Beyonce Giselle Knowles, period. You get what I'm saying? And for those of y'all that know, I'm not even a Beyonce stan like that. I'm not a member of the Hive, but I do love Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? I feel like her work ethic, I feel like her creativity is just otherworldly in a way that Michael Jackson was, but I just feel like there's no comparison. This man was like truly one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Michael Jackson, absolutely not, never. The Weeknd does not. I feel like sometimes people say that because they feel as though The Weeknd sounds like Michael Jackson. But that's definitely a negative. Thank you, music lover. No one will ever compare to Michael Jackson. I agree.
The T-Tribe saying Bruno Mars, Jason Derulo.
Never.
Childish Gambino.
I love Bieber. He goes to my friend Alex, but never. Justin Bieber, never. Never. If you were born between, I don't. Let me not even say that. Just understand. Never. Everyone that y'all done mentioned, never. Shayna, girl bye.
Girl bye.
Justin said Justin Bieber, the joke. I said the joke. That's a he. That's a joke.
Michelle said no to the Derulo. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Derulo can dance like Michael.
Yes.
Well, got the dancing.
He is the king of TikTok. I saw a video, Alex, where it looked like he was filming a music video. He had a camera crew, fog, and everything else. For Michael Jackson would never understand that.
Faith said Michael Jackson was a trendsetter and icon. Everyone else are followers.
And I agree. And there's nothing wrong with attempting to follow in Michael Jackson's footsteps as long as at some point you blaze a path and a trail of your own. Because I feel like as an artist, you should want to be a trailblazer.
Yes. Oh, the T-Tribe wants to know when you're dropping your album, Courtney.
Manifest. Now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the zest. Listen, Alex, at my Pride party on Saturday, some of the T-Tribe members know, if you're one of the Rebels of the Revolution, I previewed some demos I've been working on to raise money for Black trans lives, and everyone, they were really positive. It was a very positive reception. So shout out to you guys. One day.
I gotta get one of those demos, Courtney. I gotta see your talent. I didn't know you have a secret talent. Okay, I'll be your backup dancer and we'll go on the road.
Bam!
All right. Well, I love this story, of course. So let's move on to our couples therapy of the day. Someone else that also has been very open about her sexuality. Miley Cyrus has great support, she revealed, in Cody Simpson as she lives this new sober lifestyle. So we know she recently revealed she was 6 months sober. A source has told people she's felt amazing since being sober. She's gained a whole nother mindset. She loves being sober. She's felt more productive, more focused. Here we see the source also went on to say that she is very happy to be dating Cody. He is very much into clean, healthy living and supports her sobriety. They are a great couple. As we know, Cody also came out in November that he was 4 months sober. I guess maybe he's still living that sober lifestyle. We know that he's very into surfing and working out. We've seen that all over social media many times. So I love to hear this story. I mean, of course, when someone is going through anything, having a great support system, as we just mentioned in our last story, is important. So, and if it's coming from your significant other, that's only better, someone you love and are with every day. So shout out to Cody.
Shout out to Cody. Alex, I wondered, real quick before we move on, I'm going to ask you. So Miley and Liam broke up, right? And then she put out Slide Away, Don't Want the Whiskey and Pills. Do we think that potentially maybe they separated because there was a huge sobriety issue? Maybe Miley silently was planning to be sober and Liam was showing signs that he would never be on board with that at this particular time in his life?
That's a very good point. I know that her vocal surgery is the one that is the thing that kind of kicked this off, but maybe this was part of her plan. Maybe she had right. That's what she's telling the public. But very true. Maybe after Liam, she kind of wanted a fresh slate and move on from that lifestyle into a more sober, productive, focused lifestyle. So I think this is only good news, because this is what makes her happy, and having Cody to kind of support her is great. So I love
it. Faith is saying sobriety is a huge milestone. Shout out to everyone who stays sober. Period. Thank you, Faith. Everyone that is on a sober journey, it does not matter if it is 30 years. It doesn't matter if it's one day. It's all about taking things one day, one step, even if it's a baby step. You know, babies got feet too. One baby step at a time. And, you know, it's your own journey. And just understand that temptation is temporary.
Exactly. I'm reading the chat right now, and Erica says, I'm back, was on the phone with Netflix. Oh my God, wish I could talk about it. And Leo jumping in saying, excuse me, you can spill the tea to us. Erica, I wish we could talk to you about the news you just got from Netflix, because we can always use some more things to watch.
NDA, well, girl, don't tell us nothing before you lose whatever you sign your NDA about. But if it's good news, congratulations. If you sign an NDA,
yes, girl. And Amber says, I'm 1 year sober after 30 years. Shout out to you, Amber. That's amazing. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. Okay, let's get into some other couple news. Dealing with Kim and Kanye. Like I said, we got a lot of Kar Jenner news because they are always keeping us talking. Most recently, Kanye turned Kim's massive bathroom into an enchanted forest. So Kim took to Instagram to share this video of her bathroom with these colorful flowers and green plants all over this is her bathroom. So I don't know, it looks like outside to me, but this is her bathroom. And you can hear her in the clip saying, so I come home and my whole bathroom is decorated like an enchanted forest. It's so beautiful, so visually pretty, and so sweet of my husband. So this is interesting because they're usually very private, except the big extravagant things like when Kanye proposed and that kind of stuff. Why do you think they're showing very public displays of affection lately? Like, you know, Kim just posted that photo of them in the leather outfits in Wyoming. They're showing a lot.
They want us to believe that they're not breaking up because that's all the news we've been hearing for the past like 2-3 weeks. So, yeah. I mean, whatever. First of all, Kim is ugly. Tell Kanye to try again. Although his new song was it with Travis Scott. They did that, Alex. But the bathroom is ugly. I feel like when it comes to like big things like that, for me personally, in my own relationship, I would rather discuss like, okay, we doing over the bathroom. What are we going to do? You get what I'm saying? Instead of coming home and you got these ugly dried up flowers in here, girl, that's bugs. I'm trying to shower. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I'm showering inside. This ain't Bali. I ain't on vacation. So shout out to Kim if she loves it. Shout out to Kanye for being thoughtful, just not for me. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Laura.
Yeah.
I see you.
No, I agree as well. This is, Kanye is one of a kind. You gotta love him. This was kind of random to me, but he is in a celebratory mood. Of course, you mentioned he dropped his new song, which was super powerful. The video, if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. Also, Kim is a billionaire now. Maybe he's doing a little sucking up. Maybe I don't know what's going on. They have the Gap line announced. Their house is popping right now. So he decided to make it a forest because that's what you do, right, Courtney?
That is not what you do, but I'm going to tell you what he should do. And Faith is saying it right now. All I am worried about is where is New Body? And I agree. Kim, beautiful bathroom, beautiful gowns. Fantastic. Where is New Body? Now, Kanye, you need to hop up in that all-white library and figure out where New Body is and how you're going to get it to Nikki so that she can get it to us because we are very, very thirsty. I'm very dried up. I'm as thirsty as Tristan Thompson right now. I need water, and that's what it is.
Yes, we are thirsty. Well, here, I'm going to give you some Kar Jenner tea time news because it is that time, even though we kind of gave you a little tease in our couples therapy. So take it away, Courtney.
Alrighty, if you're ready for all the tea behind the Kar Jenner gates, turn down your volumes for Kar Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in the studio. What is going on?
Love it. Okay, let's kick it off with Kylie news. Kylie's rocking some new hair again. Now we see her with a light brown, and she posts her in this corset on Instagram with the caption of a middle finger. Now, there's a lot to unpack with this story. One, why are all the Kar Jenners changing their hair color daily? Like I said, maybe that's something to do with boredom and quarantine. Now, the middle finger caption, do you think it has anything to do with the Jamila stuff because she's rocking a corset? Also, people are throwing shade at her for not being a billionaire anymore and Kim kind of taking over that role. So what do you think about this?
First of all, I just want to say, imagine being poor and making fun of a rich person for not being as rich as they told you they were. At the end of the day, she's still way richer than you and can buy you and your whole family. So that's next number one. Next number two, I don't think they're talking about Jamil. I'm sure that they barely even know who Jamil is unless they're watching Legendary on HBO Max, which is an excellent program. Y'all need to watch it. I know Leslie's watching. Please watch Legendary. I don't think that she was really talking to anyone, to be honest. I think that Kylie was just doing what she does best, looking cute and being rich and putting on rich people clothes and taking pictures of herself. So, I mean, double tap and keep scrolling, y'all.
Do you like her in this light brown hair color?
I love Kylie in just about anything. I thoroughly enjoy Kylie over all of the other women in the Kar Jenner franchise, behind the gates, whatever, because I feel like she's the most mature, or at least she acts the most mature from what we can see. And the main three do not. So I like Kylie. I feel like Kylie a lot of times can do no wrong. Now, girl, when she was caught up in that studio with Tiger Girl, I had some questions. But ever since then, she's been trying to lay low and keep it cute. I just don't want to see her pop up in no Drake video because then we're going to have some more questions, girl.
Yeah, oh, for real. April says, not being a billionaire anymore, she never was one. That's true. Good point. She was allegedly, she was announced as a billionaire and then it was stripped away by Forbes. Let's make that clear. Okay, let's get into this Sia news because this is some fun news. Of course, I know you love Mama Jenner. Well, Sia just announced that she has a brand new grandchild and she wants them to call her the same name as Kris's grandchildren call her. So I don't know if you know this news. I didn't know this, but in an interview with Apple Music, Sia confirmed she is a new grandma and said, my youngest son just had 2 babies. I'm an effing grandma. I know, right? I'm just immediately horrified. No, I'm cool. They call me Nana. However, she has a different name in mind. She said, I'm trying to get them to call me Lovey, like Kris Jenner. I'm like, call me Lovey. Did you know that the kids call Kris Lovey?
I did not. Shout out to Sia. Shout out to Kris. Listen, Sia said, y'all want some transparency? Here it is. I'm trying to have my grandkids call me. The same way Kris Jenner have her grandbabies call her. I mean, go off. I mean, there are pieces of the Jenners that we like, right? And we take from, right? My thing is I say Bible from time to time. So I'm not going to fault Sia. I just feel like that's such a random thing to say in an interview. But hey, go off. I can respect the honesty.
I know. It's so Kris to be like, changing her, branding herself as a new name. But I've never heard anyone call their grandparents Lovey. Is there anything weird? Have you ever heard one of your friends, like the weirdest thing you've heard them call their grandparents?
Well, I'm from Pennsylvania, so everyone calls their grandparents Meemaw and Paw and Pop and all of that. I'm over here Grandma, period. Like even some of my cousins, like I would call my grandmother Grandma, and my southern cousins would call her Granny. You get what I'm saying? So like, I guess it all just differs like wherever you come from. What about you? Have you ever heard any strange old grandparent names?
So I'm Italian, and so we call our grandparents Nonna or Nono.
Yeah.
Nonna. Yeah, so we got that, and then yes, and then I'm also half Russian and Jewish, and so that side in Yiddish they call them Bubby. So there's there's always fun names that you can call them, but you can really call them whatever you want. My mom, her name is Mary, and she didn't want grandma either, so she goes by Mimi. So you can go by whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Because grandma has such an elder, ring to it, and so when you want to feel young, you got to change up that name.
Go off, whatever you choose. It's your grandbaby.
Yes. But shout out to Sia for having a new grandchild, and maybe she'll call you Lovey. Who knows? He or she. Okay, let's get into this Khloe news, because we got we have news that Khloe shared on her Instagram, thanking Tristan for helping plan her beautiful birthday bash. So Khloe took to her Instagram story to thank a small group of people for her birthday party. Her ex, Tristan, happened to be one of them. She also tagged Kylie, Mindy Weiss, her party planner, Jeff Latham, her florist, and her assistant, Alexa. So she said this here, thank you to everyone who helped me make my birthday party so spectacularly beautiful. You have no idea how much I cherish these memories. I will remember this forever. The guest list was small, but the decor was major. I love you. So interesting, right? Kylie, sister, planner, yes. Florist, yes. Assistant, yes. Tristan, what? What a
How else they gonna keep the story going, girl? That will they or won't they? You gotta be everywhere at least until that trailer drop. And hope that they don't break up as soon as the trailer drop. They better not break up right after and think that they're gonna call that a season finale, because I won't be happy, Kris.
Right? I think that, I mean, maybe he helped with True, but I think Kris should replace that name. But who are we to speak? If he helped her, good. I mean, at least he's doing positive things for Khloe, and that's all we need. So moving on from that, let's get into our own story of the day. We're still talking about Khloe and Tristan because we can't stop. And this time they're sparking engagement rumors. We're still talking about that birthday party because she was seen wearing a ring on that finger. You know which finger I'm talking about. Here's the ring.
Yes, ma'am.
It's massive, as we expect. In this photo she shared with Rob and Kendall, we see the ring. That's a close-up of it. So one fan commented, "Can we talk about that huge rock on her ring finger, please?" So the two, of course, have spent a lot of time quarantined together in lockdown, co-parenting True. So an insider told people that the lockdown made them closer. Tristan has been on his best behavior. Khloe is definitely charmed by him. And if he is able to keep things up, it's very possible that Khloe would get back with him. So what are your thoughts on this? I don't know. People have rings. Of course, the Kardashians have a lot of jewelry. They love their bling. I don't know if this means they are engaged. Also, I see it two ways. I see how they want to keep it low key if this is true. However, this is all speculation, not confirmation. Where's that merch when we need it, Courtney? However,
right here, girl.
They're just in time. However, given the circumstances of their very public relationship and all the drama that went through the breakup, I don't think they just get low-key engaged and not tell anyone. This would be a whole, like, he's a changed man, he's working very hard, right? It would be more of a PR spin to the story. What do you think, Courtney?
I think that Khloe want us to speculate so that we'll watch the show. I think that the picture was done on purpose. I think that if they are engaged, it was done on purpose. And I think that there's a chance that this could be happening. And like I said, by the time the trailer dropped, engagement broken. By the time we get mid-season finale, they start teasing the fact that maybe they aren't together, or maybe it all fell apart, or something happened. I feel like it's very textbook Kar Jenner stunt. You get what I'm saying? Look, Khloe might be engaged to Tristan. I want to see how it all unfolds, even, amidst a crisis happening in our world. Make sure you check out the Kardashians. Keep up with them. Look at the YouTube channel. Like, you get what I'm saying, girl? Meh.
That ring, though, is gorgeous. I mean, I don't know what type. That may be like 16 carats. I don't know. But I will say I'm exaggerating, obviously, but I will say to that point, like, I rock this ring daily. I don't know if you can see it here. It's actually from it's on my right hand. Like, I personally, as a woman, would probably never put it on my left hand. However, to each their own. But I'm like a little crazier about that. Like, I wouldn't wear it on it's a little, what's the word? I don't want to.
Are you superstitious?
But I'm superstitious.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx it, until that happens. I'm not putting a ring on that finger, but maybe Khloe doesn't care. Maybe. Or it's a storyline, like you said.
Alex, do you think that maybe if Khloe gets engaged to Tristan, she'll feel like Tristan ain't running around, being the low down, dirty dog he been acting like? Like, maybe that's why she is going along with this if he proposed. You get what I'm saying? She feels like, oh, well, maybe he really loves me this time now that we've been locked in the house for months and he can't go nowhere. And if he do, we gonna know because everybody in the world is sick. You get what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he faithful, girl. No, you just know that you don't got the Rona and he can stay home and be safe and do what he do.
Yeah. I think maybe she feels that she has more control over the situation because he really can't go anywhere. And we have to admit, of course, spending that much time with someone is gonna make it's gonna make or break a relationship, as we've said it. So maybe this time together, they've really figured out what they need. And at the end of the day, it's their relationship. We can feel how we feel. We, of course, think Khloe can always do better, love her, doesn't deserve this kind of treatment. However, it's up to her what she wants to do. But we will stay tuned to next season, right, Courtney? We'll be watching.
Absolutely. Girl, if you're going to accept the love that you think that you deserve, then all we can do is watch it for entertainment and offer our commentary when we're asked to. But I feel like Khloe is acting like a clown still, unfortunately, because I feel like if she really loved herself, she would be able to co-parent with Tristan and maybe not even for the moment. Work her and her daughter, and when the right man comes along, that's when she moves on. But hey, just like
Karina is in the chat is saying, I'd wear it on my left finger if I'm going to the club. That bug repellent there.
Okay.
That's true. That is a good point. That is something, women out there, if you ever don't want to be, if you want to just go out with your girlfriends and don't want to be bothered, put that ring on that finger. However, some men take that as plain hard to get. Some crazy men will still try and get you. Probably even.
That's the one you throw the drink on, girl. Bad Girls Club. Get up, girl. Let me tell you real quick before we go, Alex. One time there was this man program. There was this man and he bought a drink for my friend, and my friend was like, "Oh, can you buy a drink for my friend?" And he came back and was us for the drink. He had us, and some bartender came up to us and was like, "Well, who's gonna drink?" We was like, oh, he's gonna pay for them. And he was like, I didn't order these drinks for y'all. Alex, you know how fast I threw that drink on that man so fast? Girl, I was like 21, 22. Girl, I was acting wild and reckless. Girl, I threw that drink on him and I said, because you think that's someone trying to be nice. But you know what, Alex? I learned a lesson that night because you have to be careful because when strangers buy you drinks, you never know if someone could slip something in your drink. So here's my revolutionary tip before we close out the show. Do not accept drinks from strangers, even if you see the bartender make it for you, because you just never know. Things are odorless. You can't smell them, you can't taste them, and then some unfortunate happenings could happen. Your life could turn into an episode of Degrassi. So just be careful. Also, Alex, we have to do the Miss Mika song or everyone is going to have our heads on a platter.
We do it. We're gonna take it to the club right now with a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tia, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Hello to Mika. Hope you all were dancing along and singing with me today. Damn.
Hello. That's right. You didn't miss the Mika song. We just sang it.
Shout out to Desiree. You might have just showed up. Welcome.
Yes. Yes. Well, shout out to Mika. Shout out to what Wesley say, because it is your day. And on that note, that's all the tea we have to spill for you today. I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all my socials at Alex Schiffman. Courtney, tell them where they can follow you and the revolution.
You can follow me on social media as well as my own individual YouTube channel for the Green Chair Chats at Courtney Revolution. Just type that into the YouTube search bar.
Love it. And of course, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We always want more Tea Tribe members. And of course, love our after watchers. We'll see you later. And on that note, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for
Thick Thursday.
Exactly. And that's it. And we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow. Take us out, Courtney.
Alrighty, y'all know it's time for me to go. Wash your hands, Leo. You better wash, wash, wash,